everyone. Thank you for joining. My name is Carla, and on behalf of the student world, I welcome you to this live talks. We have an amazing episode ahead. But first, I already see that you're like commenting and sending your greetings. So, hi, everyone. I will ask you all to let me know in the comments where you're watching us from so we can get to know you a little bit better. And to also like and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes of the Student World Talks. And I see here Pakistan. That is amazing. Hi, Benjamin. Hi, Emmanuel, Ben, Avi. This is so great, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Okay, so yeah, South Africa, Latvia, Istanbul, Mexico. Oh, that's so cool. I'm from Mexico too. Brazil. Okay, so many different countries. Ghana. This is so great. Argentina, Kenya. Oh my God. I'm so excited that you are all with us today. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your afternoons or mornings or I don't know what, depending on where you are in the world. Thank you so much. Okay, so now I will ask you a question. Would you like to study in an institution that offers 90% employment rate within the first 9 months of graduating and that also provides hands-on learning, over 100 programs and co-op opportunities? Sounds amazing, right? Okay, so stay here because this institution that we have today offers this and so much more. So, with that, I will just share with you a quick video so you can get to know the institution that we will talk with today. Awesome. Okay, so as you saw, we will be talking to NAIT today, which is an amazing institution in Alberta, Canada. I see here so many countries, Nigeria, also Senegal, Chile. Perfect, guys. Okay. So perfect. I see that you're already asking some questions, which is great because please take advantage of this opportunity to ask all your questions, and we will try to get to all of them during this live. And perfect. Okay, so now I will introduce you to our amazing presenter that we have today. Junaid, please welcome to the stage.
Hey, thank you, Carla. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for this session. It's an absolute pleasure being here, Carla. I'm doing this for the first time, and it is really exciting.
Awesome. We're super happy and excited to have you here as well. And so, can you please tell us more about yourself and what you do at NAIT?
Sure, absolutely. So, I'm Junaid Makbool. I'm an education industry professional. I've been in the industry for almost a decade. Over the course of my career, I've managed strategic relationships and partnerships with key stakeholders, and I've helped international students achieve their dreams of studying abroad. At NAIT, I work as an international recruitment specialist. In my role, I get to help international students from the Middle East, Africa, and South Asia study at NAIT. That's a little bit about me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Um, okay, Junaid. So let's talk about the amazing opportunities that NAIT has for international students. So, can you tell us some of the unique facts about NAIT?
Sure, absolutely. Thank you for asking me this question, Carla. So, NAIT is the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology. We are a polytechnic institution based in the beautiful city of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Some unique facts about us. So, NAIT has over 40,000 students, a little over 2,000 international students from more than 80 countries. This makes us one of the largest polytechnics, post secondary institutions in the province. NAIT is a leader in providing hands on education. We work hard to help our students develop employability skills. While studying with us, our students not only learn concepts, but also how to apply the concepts that they have learned. This ensures they are job ready when they graduate from our programs. Our graduate employment rate, as you said in the introduction, our graduate employment rate is 90%. 90% of our graduates
Wow.
are able to find a job opportunity within 9 months of graduating from a full-time program at NAIT. Some other things that I can share with you is NAIT has long-standing relationships with the industry employers, so we work very closely with the industry. They help us to create our curriculum and offer established work placements to our students. So that's a little bit about NAIT and a few unique facts about NAIT.
Awesome. Thank you so, so much. I see, guys, that you're asking some questions, but don't worry, we will get to that part soon. Now, let's talk a little bit about NATE's history and how it has evolved over time.
Sure. I mean, NAIT has definitely evolved with time. And one of the things that I'm very proud of about NAIT is we've always kept ourselves up to date with time, and we've always made sure we offer students what they need and what Alberta needs and what Canada needs. NAIT was founded in 1962 in Edmonton, Alberta. Our initial focus was on providing technical and vocational training to support the growing industries of Northern Alberta. Over the years, NAIT has grown to become one of the largest and most respected polytechnic institutions. Throughout our history, we have remained committed to providing high quality, hands on education that provides students with skills that employers in the industry need. NAIT has always remained fit for purpose. We've continuously updated our programs, our facilities to meet the changing needs of industry and the community around us. Today, NAIT is a thriving institution that offers over 100 certificate, degree, and diploma programs across various disciplines.
Wow, this is so cool. This sounds so, so cool. I already see here that here, I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. That sounds good. Yeah, it sounds amazing, right? Okay, so I know that Canada is a dream country for many of us, and Alberta seems so, so beautiful. So, can you tell us a little bit about Alberta and why should students consider studying there?
Sure, absolutely. Now, before I answer that question, am I allowed to ask the audience if they have
Of
heard of
course.
Alberta? And if they have, what do they know? I mean, let's give it 10 seconds. They can type in the chat and let's see how many of our viewers have heard of Alberta.
Okay, guys, share with us in the chat. Have you heard of Alberta? What have you heard?
Ooh, okay, right.
Emmanuel here is saying Northern Alberta Institute of Technology sounds amazing.
Amazing.
It does.
Well, I'll take sounds amazing, and this is a good opportunity for me to inform the audience a little bit more about Alberta. So, Alberta is a province in Western Canada. Globally, Alberta has the third largest reserve of oil and gas in the world, and therefore the largest in North America. So, uh, Alberta is closer to Vancouver. So, Two of the most popular provinces in Canada would be Ontario and British Columbia, and Vancouver is in British Columbia. So we're close to Vancouver. Uh, Alberta may not be as widely known as some of the other provinces, such as Ontario and British Columbia, but living here has many benefits. For example, there is no provincial sales tax in Alberta, so our tax rate is only 5% compared to 13% in Ontario or 12% in British Columbia. So, because of the low tax rate, the cost of living in Alberta is one of the lowest in the country. And I speak from experience as well in terms of cost of living. I lived a few years in Toronto, where the tax rate is 13%. Great city, a great place, but obviously cost of living is quite high. Moving to Alberta has allowed me to, in my personal life, has allowed me to save a decent chunk of money. For international students, Alberta also offers free healthcare. Uh,
Wow.
NAIT is located in the capital of Alberta, Edmonton. So Edmonton City is one of the youngest cities in Canada, with the average age of residents around 35. So it's a young city. Among Canadian cities, Edmonton in the province of Alberta is ranked number 3 in terms of highest immigrant retention rate in Canada. This means that people, once they come to Edmonton, once they come to Alberta, they tend to stick around.
Awesome. This is so great. Actually, Ben got it right. Good tax compared to the other provinces. Yes.
Awesome.
And no idea, my first time. Okay, so now you've learned something new.
Yeah,
Uh, Perfect. Now, just dipping a little bit more into Nate's
sure.
program, what are some of the most popular programs?
Sure. So NAIT offers a diverse range of programs across multiple faculties. We offer more than 100 programs through our 4 schools. So J.R. Shaw School of Business, School of Applied Sciences and Technology, School of Health and Sciences, School of Skilled Trades. So these are 4 schools within NAIT, and through these schools, we offer more than 100 programs. We also offer a comprehensive English as a second language program. We offer certificate diplomas and degree programs. Our certificates are for a year, our diplomas are for 2 years, and our bachelor programs are for 2 years, and some of our bachelors are for 2 years as well. It is it's not very straightforward to pick specific programs, but I can highlight some of our programs. So some of our very uh, busy programs would be business programs. Our business diplomas and bachelors are pretty popular among students. One of the reasons for that is the wide range of career opportunities available to graduates of our business programs. Our IT programs are also quite popular. Our IT programs are popular among students interested in pursuing careers in technology. Through our IT programs, students can develop successful careers in programming, web development, database management, networking, and more. Another program I can highlight is our culinary arts program, our 2 year diploma. Our culinary art program offers students the opportunity to work in a real world kitchen environment, preparing them for a career in the exciting and fast paced world of culinary arts. Now, as for why some of our programs, you may be thinking as to why some of our programs are popular among students. It is because these programs that I've just mentioned and all other programs offer students practical hands-on skills that are in demand in Edmonton, in Alberta, and across Canada.
Awesome. Perfect. I have here someone asking, Emmanuel asking about if you have anything related to nursing.
Uh, we don't have a specific program in nursing. We do have health programs, but they are allied health programs. So they won't make you doctors, or they won't make you nurses, but allow you to work within the health industry. So, veterinary programs, paramedic programs, etc. But nothing specific to nursing. And if you're specifically looking for masters, now most of our programs are undergraduate programs, so we don't actually have a master's at NAIT.
Perfect. Thank you very, very much. And I'm curious to know, how does NAID ensure to stay relevant and up to date with the industry needs?
There's a lot of work that goes into making sure that NAIT is fit for purpose, relevant, and our programs are relevant to the needs of Alberta, needs of international students. We stay relevant through our industry partnerships. So our industry partners help us understand the skills that they need, and then we make sure that those skills are part of our curriculum. We have program advisory committees at NAIT that looks at our programs, and they make sure that all our programs offer the kind of skills that are needed. There's a lot of research that we do as well. So there's a lot of applied research. Our staff is incredibly focused on professional development so they can train students well. And finally, NAIT is very committed to continuous improvement. So industry partnerships, program advisory committees, applied research, staff's focus on professional development, and our commitment to continuous improvement. These are all things that we do to make sure that we stay relevant and up to date with the needs of industry.
Perfect. That sounds really, really great. I see some questions about programs. So, do you offer anything related to architecture?
Yes, we have a great 2-year diploma in architectural technology. It's a 2 years diploma, and if you, I don't have the entrance requirements on top of my head right now, but if you visit our website, you'll be able to see all the details. But it's one of our more popular programs. So yeah, absolutely, we offer an architectural technology program.
Awesome. And here is another question about a program related to coding.
So we don't have a specific program title as coding. There are a number of our IT programs would touch upon uh, coding areas. So there's not a specific coding programs, but doing our IT programs will help you understand a little bit about coding.
Awesome. And how about computer engineering?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, our IT programs are quite popular. We have a number of computer engineering programs. So we have 2-year diplomas in computer. So computer network engineering is a popular program at NAIT, and there are other computer engineering programs at NAIT as well. So yeah, we do offer it.
Perfect. Lots of questions about programs. So,
That's good.
anything about linguistics?
Nothing specific to linguistics. I mean, we offer a English as a second language program, but that's not really linguistic as a program. But it's like if somebody's looking to do a ESL as a second language program, yeah, we offer it. It's very comprehensive, but nothing like in terms of we don't offer a major in linguistics, etc.
Perfect. Here, someone is asking about a diploma in supply chain management or logistics or anything
Uh,
like that.
I mean, some of our programs will touch upon those discipline, those concepts, but nothing in particular in those areas.
Okay, perfect. And what about microbiology? Anything related to that?
Unfortunately, no, nothing in macrobiology.
Okay. And engineering, what kinds of engineering programs do you have?
We have many. So we have computer engineering, we have network engineering, part of computer engineering. So we have electrical engineering, we have mechanical engineering, we have civil engineering, electronics, electrical engineering. I've already mentioned. So a number of engineering programs. In fact, if you visit our website, you would actually get a whole list of our programs, including all the engineering programs, et cetera, et cetera.
Perfect. And the last question that I see here about programs is banking or investments or anything related to that?
So nothing. So we don't have a major in investing or slash banking, but we do have our business administration program. So it's possible for students to major in accounting or finance, and I think our finance major would specifically deal with concepts around banking. But our business administration program would be the best fit for. I think the question comes from Victoria. Would perhaps be the best fit for you, Victoria.
Awesome. Thank you so so much.
That's my pleasure.
Okay. So guys, don't believe that I'm just skipping your questions. Is that we are going to talk about requirements and all of that in just a few minutes. So we will get to that. And okay, so let's talk about employment. So how does NAID help international students to find employment or internships or any of that kind of programs?
Sure, absolutely. So I mean, as a polytechnic, we're our focus is on employability skills of our students. We want to make sure that our programs are fit for purpose and we give employability skills to our students, and we want to make sure that they are getting job opportunities, right? So the way we help our students is so there's our career services team provides students various resources and services. We help them explore their career options, find jobs and internship opportunities, and develop job search skills. There are work integrated learning opportunities. So NAIT offers a range of work integrated learning opportunities, including cooperative education programs, internships, and practicums. A number of our programs have specific work integrated component to it. uh, Employer services, our employer services team connects employers to students and recent NAIT graduates searching for career opportunities. And then we have a large alumni network. So we have almost more than 200,000 alumni of NAIT, and NAIT students and graduates can network with our extensive alumni network. These connections can be invaluable in helping students, graduates identify potential job or internship opportunities.
That is amazing. Ben here is asking, does computer engineering have a good job opportunity in Edmonton?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the tech industry, I know what's going on with the tech industry recently with the layoffs, etc., but generally, tech industry across the province of Alberta is quite popular. I think there was a report I was reading a while back that said in the province of Alberta, the tech industry has grown by almost 233% in the last 10 years. So definitely, there's a lot of tech talent. There's a lot of demand for IT programs. So absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. So Rebecca is asking here, does the university has connection with companies?
Yes, we do. I mean, we work extensively with our industry employers. We make sure we take their input when we're developing our curriculum. So we do have strong connections. Our alumni work for some of the top employers in the city, in the province. So absolutely, yes.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So now let's talk about the transition from being an international student to being a student in Canada.
Sure.
So how does NAIT support international students with this transition?
So there, I mean, we understand. I mean, it's not the easiest thing in the world to move your entire life that you're used to, move your entire life from a country you're used to another country. So we appreciate what experience international students go through, and because of that, there are a variety of ways NAIT supports students in their transition here. We have an intercultural center. They provide pre departure sessions for international students traveling to Canada. There is also an on campus orientation for international students. The Intercultural Center provides a lot of information and invites students to attend their events and offer support. We have a student association, NAITSA, so NAIT SA, so NAITSA, NAIT Student Association. They provide a list of a variety of clubs for students on campus, and we have licensed immigration professionals who provide you advice on immigration matters. There are specific advisors who can handle your well-being concerns as well. So we understand that it's not just getting international students through the door that's important, but it's also we want to support them to make sure that they have a good experience of studying at NAIT, staying in Alberta, staying in Edmonton, and then they're able to build a career in the country.
Awesome. And as you said at the beginning, you have lots of international students, so I guess you have a lot of experience helping them.
Absolutely. I mean, Canada as a whole, I mean, it's a very diverse country. I think,
Yes.
according to some reports, there are almost 250 different ancestries, people from different backgrounds, right? So there is a lot of diversity across Canada, and including in Edmonton, including at NAIT. So you'll find students from different parts of the world. So we have students from, I mean, I noticed somebody joining in from Pakistan. So we have students from Pakistan. I've noticed somebody from from Nigeria here as well. So we have students from Nigeria, from Kenya, various parts of Africa, various parts of South America. So when you come and study at NAIT, you would find somebody who shares your culture, somebody who speaks the same language, etc.
That is great. That is so, so great. Here, Ben is asking, is computer engineering difficult to get in as international student?
So it's popular. So sometimes what happens, some of our IT programs, and so this is not just particular to computer engineering program, but some of our IT programs, they're quite popular, so they get filled up really quickly. So our advice to students is always to apply as soon as the applications open, to make sure that they are best placed to get a seat. But in terms of your eligibility to join, as long as you meet the entrance requirements, you should be fine.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so I have a question here about if you offer anything related to movies, photography, or anything to do with camera and media.
Sure. We actually, part of our IT program offering is the DMIT program that we offer, Digital Media Information Technology, so DMIT, and they're very popular. And I mean, those are DMIT programs. I mean, we get enough applications within the first week of applications opening. And within the DMIT programs, we offer various majors. So there's software development, web development, there's animation, etc. So the animation part would fit into what the person is looking for. So absolutely. So we do.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so Rebecca, I'm going to answer your question right now because that was actually my next question. So, do you have on-campus accommodation?
We don't at this moment. Students looking to live on campus, they can do so with our partner institutions, MacEwan University and University of Alberta. They both have on-campus housing. So our international students looking to stay on. Get on campus. They can stay with MacEwan or University of Alberta. Now, NAIT is very centrally located. We are in downtown, a little north of downtown, and there is a train that takes you from the campus directly to your on-campus housing. Or if you wish to rent around the city itself, around the campus, you will find those opportunities as well.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so we have another question here about what are the most needed fields now in Edmonton, Alberta?
I mean, there are a lot. I mean, there's obviously IT is a very popular field. You'll see a lot of opportunities in IT. Skilled trades are needed as well. So, automotive technologists, etc. So, skilled trades are in demand. People with background in business, that's in demand as well. You can other programs like engineers, etc. So and sales staff, etc. So all our programs have been developed with the understanding that those are the fields that are in demand in Alberta and in Edmonton.
Perfect. Okay. So now that we're talked about accommodation, I'm sorry if I'm going back and forth, back and forth. I just want to touch on the questions from the students as well.
Yeah.
But can you give us an idea about the cost of living in Alberta?
Sure, absolutely. So Alberta, due to the low tax rate and other factors, it is a lot more affordable to live in Alberta than compared to some of the other provinces. On average, for an international student, they can expect to spend between 12,000 to $15,000 Canadian dollars in a year on their cost of living. Now, this would include their, apartment rentals, apartment rent. I mean, if you're renting an apartment, you're looking at spending anywhere between $800 to $1,000 a month on it, and then you have your food, your entertainment, clothing, etc., etc. So the cost of living really depends on your living style. If you're somebody who loves the new gadgets, etc., obviously you'll end up spending more. But if you're somebody who's reasonably conservative when it comes to expenses, then you can expect to spend anywhere between $12,000 to $15,000 a year on your cost of living in Alberta.
Awesome. Thank you so, so much. Um, Another question that I have is, are students allowed to work while studying?
Yeah, absolutely, they are. So this is actually a rule by the government of Canada, not just NAIT. So as per the regulations by the government of Canada, international students are allowed to work 20 hours a week when this semester is going on. So during the semesters, when you're studying, you can only work 20 hours a week. During your scheduled semester breaks, you can work an unlimited number of hours. Now, the 20 hours cap has been temporarily removed by the Government of Canada until 31st of December. A few requirements the students need to meet in order to work more than 20 hours. But post 31st of December 2023, not sure what's going to happen, but generally the actual rule is 20 hours a week during the semester. And in terms of, if you're looking at how much you can earn, etc., now the minimum wage in Canada, also in Alberta, is around $15 an hour, 15 Canadian dollars an hour. So if you do the maths, $15 an hour minimum wage, and you're working 20 hours a week, so for a whole month, you're looking at earning anywhere from $1,200 Canadian, and that can help you a lot with your cost of living. You'll not be able to pay your tuition with your earnings, but it should take care of a majority of your cost of living.
Yeah, that's a huge help already.
Yeah,
Awesome. Perfect. Okay, so now we are going to dive a little bit into the admission process.
please.
So I know that this question was here a lot. So what about the accepted language proficiency tests?
Sure. So we accept a lot of different English language tests. So IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo, Pearson test for English, a number of others, right? So the most popular that we see our applicants do are IELTS and Duolingo. You can see all the English tests that we accept on our website, and there's some countries from where students are exempt. So if they're citizens of certain countries, they do not need to provide us results of their English language test. So Nigeria comes to mind, Kenya comes to mind, US, UK, of course. There's a full list on our website. But for most students who need to meet the ELP, the English language skills requirements, if they've done IELTS, so right now for fall 2023 for IELTS academic, our requirement is 6.5 overall with no score under 5.
Okay.
This is applicable for fall of 2023. Now, from winter 2024, January 2024, this requirement is changing slightly. So, for anybody doing IELTS academic and they've applied for our winter 2024 semester, they'll need to have score of 6 in each section of IELTS. So I think there are 4 sections. So in each section, students will need to have 6 score, and this is from January 2024. If somebody is doing Duolingo, the minimum score that we accept is 115. If somebody is doing TOEFL, internet-based, I think it's 80/20. So overall 80 with no score under 20. You can see the whole list on our website.
Awesome. Thank you so, so much. Um, and now, what about the admission process? How do they apply? Where can they apply? What do they need?
Sure, absolutely. So students can apply through the provincial registration website, Apply Alberta. So if you log into applyalberta.ca, that's the system that you'll use to apply. Our application fee is 115 Canadian dollars. Students can apply to 2 programs with one application fee. And I always recommend students to apply to 2 programs, even if they're certain they only want to get into one program. The reason why I say that is, let's say your first program, you are not eligible for it, or we don't have a seat. And then in that case you will not be accepted into the program, right? So if after not being accepted you want to apply to another program, you'll have to submit a new application. However, if there's a second program on your application, then if the first doesn't work, we'll just evaluate your application for the second program. So it's a good idea to always make sure you apply to two. Before applying, please check the entrance requirements, so both academic and English language requirements. So for all our programs at NAIT, you'll need to meet two types of requirements: academic and English language skills. So for academic, we'll look at your high school results. We'll also look at your post-secondary. We always recommend students to submit both high school as well as post-secondary. Submit everything that you have so that we can get a full view of your educational background. Students should also check the program availability on our website in their preferred term. So we have three terms in a year. So we have our fall semester, September to December. Then we have our winter semester, which is from January, February, March, April, and then our spring/summer semester, which is from May, June, July, August. So just make sure you check the program availability in the term that you're looking for. Some of our programs, more popular programs, they fill up really quickly. Please also check your visa processing time just to make sure that there is enough time for you to apply, get your letter of acceptance, and then apply for your study permit and get your study permit processed. Uh, for educational documents, like I said, make sure you submit your high school post-secondary results. We need your completion certificate, so a certificate that confirms that you have completed the program. And then we need your mark sheet that shows all the subjects you have studied and the marks that you have achieved in them. So I think something to keep in mind is give yourself at least 4 to 6 months before the start of your preferred term. So if you're planning to study in September or January 2024, count backwards 4 to 6 months. Give yourself that much time to get your application in at NAIT, get your application processed, get your letter of acceptance, then apply for your study permit and get it processed in time as well.
Perfect. Thank you so, so much. And what about the deadlines? Where can they find the deadlines to apply?
Sure. The deadlines are on our website, but for international students, deadline almost don't they don't even matter, right? Because let's say for our September session, the deadline is August 10th, for example. Then if you apply, if you apply by August 10th, sure, you'll be able to get your application in, but there wouldn't be enough time for you to get your visa process, right? So
Mhm.
I think that 4 to 6 months guideline is a good idea. You know, just uh, just on our website, you'll see the application opening date, and just apply when the application is open. Give yourself 4 to 6 months to make sure that you get your application process at NAIT, and then you also get your study permit in time as well.
Perfect. And I saw here a question earlier. Okay, I found it. So, about the study permit that they need to study in Canada, does NAIT offer any kind of guidance through that process?
Sure. It depends on what you mean by guidance, right? So if you're looking for some sort of direction, yeah, we have, even within our recruitment team, we have licensed professionals who will be able to provide you general guidance. We have immigration specialists as well who will be able to, like, they're licensed, properly licensed, so they'll be able to give you guidance. But in terms of putting in the application, all of that, that's something that you'll have to do yourself. But in terms of getting some direction, yeah, we would be more than happy to sort of direct you and clarify anything that we can.
Awesome. Thank you so, so much. Um, Now, what is the tuition fee average at NAIT?
Sure. So on average, students, for most of our programs, students can expect to spend anywhere between 20 to 25,000 Canadian dollars a year. For almost 90 plus. I would even say 19 to 25,000 for almost majority of our programs. Some of our programs are more than 25,000 health programs, as is common across the world. So most health programs are, are pricey. So 95% of the program within the range of 19 to 25,000. 5% programs would be above 25,000. So that's the average that you can expect.
Okay, perfect. And here, Maureen is asking if the visa guidance that you mentioned, do they have to pay for it or
No, so
asking?
because it's just general guidance, and then because we're not sort of acting as your advisor, etc. Yeah, there's nothing that needs to be paid for it.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. That sounds great. Now, I know you guys are all waiting for this question, so just let's get into it. Do you have any kind of scholarship opportunities for international students?
Yeah, absolutely, we do. So NAIT supports over 4,000 students by awarding various scholarships and bursaries each year. So in the past, we didn't have entrance awards. So what that meant was international students couldn't apply for scholarships at the time of submitting their first application to NAIT. Now, we are looking into this and we are hoping to introduce entrance awards. Uh, as of right now, for most international students, what will happen is when you apply as a standard student, and then if you go to our website, there's a huge list of all the available scholarships and bursaries. If you meet the requirements there, then you can absolutely submit your application in the first year that you join NAIT. So after your application is processed, after you become a student, you've started studying at NAIT, look through everything that's available, see if you meet the requirements. If you do, submit your application, and if you meet the requirements, you'll get it, and it's something that you can apply multiple times. So so let's say one financial award or one scholarship is for $1,500. Great. If you meet another for another term, you meet the requirements again, you can apply again, and if you're eligible, you'll get the same amount or more again. So yeah, absolutely, we offer scholarships.
Awesome. That is great news. Perfect. Thank you so much, Nate. Here, Rebecca is asking if the students from the US are also considered international students.
Yes, they are considered international students.
Perfect. And here I have another question related to programs. I know with medicine is a bit challenging for international students. Do you offer anything related to dentistry or pre-med or anything like that?
So we have some dentistry. So we have a dental assistance program, dental assistant program. It's a diploma. So if in fact, while I'm here, let me just I'm on my other screen. Let me just get the details out to make sure I'm. So in fact, let me correct myself. So we have a dental assisting program. It's not a diploma. It's a one-year certificate. So apologies for the confusion. We do offer it, yes, and there is an extensive list of entrance requirements. So I would recommend that you visit our website and see if you meet the requirements. For most medical programs, they're very competitive. So they get filled really quickly. We get a lot of interest. So the earlier you apply, the better, and just make sure that before applying, you meet the entrance requirements that are listed on our website.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you so much. Now, if the students don't want to leave, if they have any friends or family in Alberta, can they live with them while studying at NAIT?
If they want to, sure. I mean, there's nothing that from our side that we won't stop them from living with their family.
Perfect. Okay. So, here's another question. I know the answer is yes, but I will say it out loud anyway. Do you have any IT programs?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So, what advice would you give to international students who are considering to apply to NAIT?
Sure. That's a good question. I mean, there are a lot of things that I can share with international students. I mean, the first thing I would say is just about Canada itself. I mean, Canada. I mean, as somebody who was born outside of Canada, then moved and made this country home, Canada is an incredibly welcoming place. So, and we often say this about Canada, that Canada is like a mosaic, right? So everybody comes in different, but they get to maintain their cultural identity bound together by shared Canadian values. So, it's if you're thinking about Canada, you're thinking along the right lines. It is diverse, it is welcoming. When it comes specifically to NAIT, before you apply, make sure you meet the admission requirements. Apply early. Be patient for our admissions team to process your application. We often say good things come to those who wait. Be confident. There are a lot of career opportunities in the province of Alberta, across Canada, and Edmontonians and NAIT campus staff are generally some of the nicest people I've met. So you would feel really welcomed when you come to NAIT, when you come to Edmonton. Bring some warm clothes for winter. I mean, you would have heard of Edmonton's weather. It's not as scary as it sounds from the outside. I mean, I grew up in a country where I still remember on my graduation day when I graduated, the temperature was 50 centigrades. So I moved from that to Edmonton, where I mean, I've seen minus 12, minus 20. Some extreme days it goes beyond that. On average, it stays between minus 10 and minus 20 during the winters. But yeah, so bring winter clothing for yourself, but just enough for the first few days, and then invest in good winter gear in Canada, because whatever you buy from outside, it's just not made the same way. Not in terms of quality, but in terms of its ability to shield you from the winter. So
Yeah.
just buy your winter clothing from it's a one-time investment. So just invest in a good jacket, good pair of shoes, gloves, all the stuff. So get it from here. Uh, and and yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of advice. And yeah, please do come to NAIT. I hope I was able to convince you a little bit about NAIT. I'm at some point I think Carla will share our contact details as well. So I'm always
Mhm.
happy to speak to international students. I've been in the industry for 10 years, so I love what I do. I love helping international students in achieving their dreams of studying abroad. So yeah, please do connect with us.
Thank you so much, Nate, for sharing all this amazing information with the students. All the opportunities at Nate are so, so great. And guys, I really hope we got into most of your questions. I know that I might not like run through all of them because we had a lot in the different platforms. So, in case you still have questions that were not answered today, please don't hesitate to reach out to Nate because I'm completely sure that they will be very, very happy to help you and to guide you through your studying process. So here in the screen, you have the email contact, and I will also share it here in the chat. And there is also a website that you can visit, which is nate.ca/help, which I'm also sharing in the channels. And perfect. Okay. So thank you so much, Junaid, for being here and for taking a little bit of your afternoon to share all these opportunities with us.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Carla, for having me here, and thank you so much to you, to Anna, to the team for all the support. This has been great. You guys have been absolutely top notch, and to the attendees, thank you so much for joining in, for your questions, for staying around till the end. I hope I was able to cover most of what you wanted to know. So again, thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see some of you in at Nate.
Yeah, I hope that I see you and many of the students in Alberta very soon.
Absolutely, Carla. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you around.
Thank you, Junaid. I hope to have you soon
Thank
again.
you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye. Okay, guys. So thank you so so much for being here and sharing a little bit of your days with us. I hope that you enjoyed this live, and if you did, please like and subscribe to our channel, so you don't miss any news or future study abroad episodes. And thank you again. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram. There we share study abroad opportunities and tips and lots of fun and cool information for you to go study abroad. And I hope to see you really soon. And thank you again, and bye bye.